We're going to go over the problem number 1, and this is exercise from your exercises number 1, page 380. This comes from lesson 32, and it is a review. This is the problem that you should have done for homework. Let's read it. Each week, Quentin earns $30. If he saves this money, create a graph that shows the total amount of money Quentin has saved from week 1 through week 8. Write an equation that represents the relationship between the number of weeks that Quentin has saved his money, W, and the total amount of money in dollars that he has saved, S. Then name the independent and dependent variables. Write a sentence that shows this relationship. The first thing we want to do is highlight important details. So we know that each week he's going to earn $30 and he's going to save him from 1 through 8 weeks. We also know that we're going to use a W to save his money, and we're going to use the variable S to represent the total amount of money. We also have to make sure we know which one is the independent and which one is the dependent. So here in the first column we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way to 8 because they wanted us to keep track all the way to 8. I left the last one so that we can determine any number of weeks. We also know that each week this person is saving $30. So we're going to do 1 times 30. That should give us $30. 2 times 30. That should give us $60. 3 times 30. It should give us $90. And what I'm doing is I'm multiplying 30 by the number of weeks. 2 weeks times 30. 3 weeks times 30. We're going to continue with 4 weeks times 30. 5 weeks times 30. And this is just a review. I might be going a little faster, but this should be just a review. Now here, what did we notice? Which one is the variable that keeps changing? Is the number of weeks. And we know the number of the weeks can be represented by W times 30. And that's going to give us the amount saved. So your equation to determine how much money you save will be 30W. Then from here, we're going to use this information to transfer it to your graph. One of the things they told us that we needed to know which one was the independent and which one was the dependent. The independent is the number of weeks. The amount of money you save is going to be determined by the number of weeks that you work. So the money that you are going to save is going to be the dependent. So we already did our titles. We did our intervals counting by 2s so that we have enough space for all weeks all the way 8. We counted by 60. The interval on the y-axis so that we can have enough space to graph all the way to week 8. Now we can start graphing the information that we have. We can start doing first the 2s. Makes more sense because if we're gonna do the week 1, you're gonna go right in the middle. Unless you feel like you can do it with less mistakes, you can try to do that. So we're gonna do 2 weeks. It's going to be 60. 4 weeks is going to be 120. 6 weeks is 180. 8 weeks is 240. And you should be able to see the pattern of what's happening here. We can even predict week 10. We can just do it since we have it here. Week 10, it will be $300. And if you connect the dots, you can actually see what's going to happen here. When you have the graph, then you can actually try to go in there and see what would be at week number 1. Like, for example, right here, week 1, and right here should be like 30. halfway. If you wanted to do week 3, somewhere here in the half, right here, and that should be half here, that should be 90. And that should be like your number that you have here, 3 weeks, 90. Let's make sure that we write our sentence that shows a relationship of the data we found. So the amount of money saved depends on the number of weeks